welcome back to a brand new video. So it has happened. Yep, we're seeing the Cavs and Warriors part 4. And to be honest with you, I'm probably not going to be watching. Like, last night was probably the last game I'm going to watch this season until next season. Not just because, like, I'm salty. Yes, I'm salty, but I mean, we've seen this matchup. Like, I don't really care to watch it, and I just think the Warriors will probably win in 4 or 5. If I do watch, I'm only gonna watch to see if LeBron's greatness could be good enough to beat the Warriors at least once or twice or something like that. But I doubt it, man. I just doubt it. But let's get Mike D'Antoni back as the Rockets lose to the Warriors last night. The Celtics lost to the Cavs. It was close. 2 Game 7s. We were very close to seeing a different NBA Finals. It just did not happen. And now the Rockets are going to have to go to square one. And do they change this offseason? And I'm going to tell you right now, probably not. I think this team is going to come back the same, honestly. There's not a whole lot they can do. Really the only thing they can do is bring back their guys. And they have a lot of decisions to make. They got to bring back Chris Paul and Clinton Capella. They can decide to let Clinton Capella walk. Like, the Suns are, trying to offer him a max. The Rockets can decide not to match. But I'm pretty sure they will match. And then, Gerald Green's a free agent. Ariza's a free agent. Bahamute's a free agent. And then, of course, you still have Ryan Anderson's contract. But the problem with the Rockets is they don't even have a first-round pick. So I'm not even sure how they would get rid of Ryan Anderson's contract. There's like not really anyone you could attach with, and no one's just going to take him on, so you're kind of stuck with that contract. So like I said, the Rockets are pretty much stuck. The fact that we don't have a pick doesn't help us out at all. So I mean, let's go ahead and skip over the NBA draft. They get probably not needed player options, no options, and now qualifying offers. Clinton Capella, of course, we're going to want to bring him back if possible, but we'll see. And then moratorium day, of course, there's probably someone we can get for like the minimum contract, so we will be looking for guys like that. But as far as cap holds go, Chris Paul, of course, want to bring him back. Ariza, gonna want to bring him back. I think Joe Johnson, you can renounce Tariq Black, Markel Brown, Aaron Jackson, RJ Hunter, Bahamute potentially as well, but I think the rest of these guys were pretty important to the team. But Gerald Green's going to be 32 years old, Ariza's 33, Chris Paul's 33, but I will be bringing all of them back if possible. So let's go ahead, do the thing we need to do first, and that is to offer Chris Paul a contract. We're going to have to want to bring him back. And I have a feeling Chris Paul might not want this much money. He might actually take a pay cut so the Rockets can bring talent in. But I'm going to go ahead and offer him the contract, of course. But there's a possibility he does want a contract like that. So it's just a wait and see thing. But shooting guards, let's go ahead and give Gerald Green a contract. Let's give Ariza a contract. Actually, we'll probably renounce. Alright, so Chris Paul comes back. Gerald Green comes back. And yeah, alright. So now, still got Clinton Capella. So let's accept all those, and Clinton Capella is prepared, and I have a feeling the Rockets will match any offer Clinton Capella gets, just because he was so dang important in these playoffs and in the regular season. His defense is very valuable. And now when you look at the team, we got basically the same core back: Chris Paul, James Harden, Eric Gordon, Gerald Green, Ariza, PJ Tucker, Anderson, Clinton Capella, and Nene. Alright, but I have a feeling that they're going to want to go a different route with some positions. So if we can bring in some other guys, it'd be very nice, but it doesn't sound like we're going to have a ton of cap space to do it. So I think, let's see what we can do out here. Maybe if we can bring in, like, Amir Zlatovic would fit here well, but it's basically like another Ryan Anderson. Wayne Ellington would be a perfect fit here, but they already have a lot of good shooting guards, so I don't think they necessarily need to bring in a shooting guard. Who else could we do? Reggie Bullock. He would fit here as well. Let's go ahead and throw Reggie Bullock an offer. He would fit. 2.9 mil. Do I have a backup point guard? No, not necessarily. I have a backup shooting guard, and I have another backup shooting guard in Gerald Green. Then Ariza and PJ Tucker. No, they will probably digress though. PJ Tucker was a beast in these playoffs though. As far as giving maximum effort, I think they should bring in another power forward and center for sure. So, power forwards, Amir Johnson, Mike Scott. He actually played pretty well with the Wizards in the playoffs. And then Tolliver. Let's try to bring in Mike Scott. A backup center. Noel? No. JaVale McGee. That would be interesting as well. Salam Mejri. Tyler Zeller, Willie Reed. I'll go ahead and throw JaVale McGee an offer as well. Let's see if we can get any of these guys. So we get all three of them. Alright. So Reggie Bullock. Just a nice younger small forward. Mike Scott, JaVale McGee. Something they could potentially do as far as a backup point guard goes. Maybe they could bring in Fred VanVleet. No, that's not going to work. Shadaz Napier is a free agent as well. Let's just leave it actually. So the Rockets, I think, definitely can bring in their guys, and then they can also sign a lot of veterans if they need to, I believe. So Eric Gordon goes down, Ryan Anderson goes down, and then, yeah, a lot of this team is going down. Ariza, PJ Tucker's down, Gerald Green. Now, of course, I don't think these guys will get worse next season. I mean, they might because of age, but I think Ariza and PJ Tucker will still be decent. Gerald Green as well. That's why I signed JaVale McGee, all those guys, because I had a feeling that would happen. So training camps, let's see what we can do as far as training camp goes. So now the Rockets basically have the same team, but then they can bring in other guys around their same team. That's all the Rockets can really do, and that's why this video probably isn't the most exciting one, but I'm telling you, that's all the Rockets can really do right now because they just don't have cap space, and giving Ryan Anderson that contract really does kill them right now because I'm not sure if they're going to find a way to get rid of it, but if they can, props to them this offseason. I'm sure they're going to try, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. So then we got a 10-minute rotation. What do they got going on? Nene, Ariza, PJ Tucker are not getting minutes. I'm not sure if I like that. I think PJ Tucker should at least get minutes. I think he earned it. Let's give PJ Tucker some minutes at least. But I kind of like the rotation right now. Chris Paul, James Harden, Reggie Bullock, Mike Scott, Clint Capella. They can both hit the three ball, which is what the Rockets really need. And then Clint Capella's defense down low. Eric Gordon off the bench, JaVale McGee, Ryan Anderson, Gerald Green, and PJ Tucker all off the bench. You know what? I can't complain. I think that's a pretty solid team. So we'll go through that. We'll go like that. All right, now, of course, James Harden, then Chris Paul. Let's see how it goes, guys. Let's definitely see how this team does. I believe that this team will make it to the playoffs again at least. Maybe even another NBA conference finals, hopefully. So I'm going to turn trades off. I don't expect the Rockets to be big buyers in the trade market. Well, they potentially could be. I don't think they're going to add another star this offseason, though. I don't know. I just can't see it happening with their cap situation. It really depends on how much money Chris Paul wants and how much money Clint Capella gets if they bring in another guy. But I think the Rockets will potentially stay the same, maybe with some other new players around them. And then let's just see how they do. Westbrook is your MVP, averaging a triple-double. DeAndre Ayton is your Rookie of the Year. Marc Gasol is your sixth man. Andre Drummond, Defensive Player of the Year. And DeJounte Murray's Most Improved. Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. So, All-NBA First Team. Chris Paul is on the All-NBA First Team. Very cool. James Harden's on the All-NBA Second Team. And Clint Capella on the All-Defensive First Team. He is not. And he is not on the All-Defensive Second Team either. They sleeping. DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Luka Doncic, Wendell Carter, Michael Porter, Trae Young, Jaren Jackson, Mohamed Bamba, Robert Williams, and Miles Bridges. All right, we went 59-23, which is awesome. We're going to be facing the Utah Jazz in the first round, who the Rockets face in the second round. One thing I did forget to mention, did you guys see how pissed off Chris Paul was? Like, he couldn't do anything. Like, he was literally sitting on the bench helpless. Like, he couldn't help his team out. It's just such a shame, man. Like, I'm not saying the Rockets would have won if Chris Paul played, but it definitely would have helped out a lot, and I think they would have had a good chance. But it was very, very saddening to see Chris Paul so frustrated on the bench that he couldn't do anything. It really did suck. But James Harden with 24 points, 7 assists. Chris Paul with 21 and 10 assists. And then Eric Gordon with 15. Clint Capella with 13 and 11. JaVale McGee with 10 and 6 off the bench. 9 for Mike Scott and 7 with Reggie Bullock. As far as three-point percentages go, 33, 32, 38, 39, 41, and 37, 39. All right, very nice. And 25 for PJ Tucker. Okay, very all right. So now, facing Utah Jazz in the first round, let's go ahead and see if we can beat them in the first round. It's been a while since I've been out of the first round, guys, so that'd be very nice. And we're up 4-0. Sweet, we sweep the Jazz. Now we're facing the San Antonio Spurs. Okay, they're up 1-0. We even it up. They're up 2-1. I want some redemption, man. I want to meet the Warriors right now, to be honest. Let's meet the Warriors if we can. Let's make the Spurs blow a 3-1 lead. We're going to win this one, which is cool. 115 to 130. Now, all we got to do, I forgot there's Kawhi now. All we got to do is win this one, and I think that we got it. I think we got this if we win this one. Can we win this one? And no, they sleeping. All right, so I can't ever win anything. I think I just like... I thought that would have been so crazy that was Steph Curry, but I should have known. But I just don't think I'm meant to win anything on 2K. I just think 2K realizes it's me, and they're like, not you again. And the Timberwolves actually beat the Warriors, so... But the Cavaliers win the championship. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. More tomorrow, more draft rebuilds starting tomorrow. So DeAndre Ayton Kings rebuild, I think I'm going to drop tomorrow. And then we're just going to go ahead and churn from there, guys. So just going to keep grinding. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.